Praveen Kumar Kesari has returned again, and this time in a mood to speak a bit more truthfully. He brings his new satirical creation. The color of blood is one, the colors of debate are many, the victim is lost, the criminal is famous. Now don't think he's here just to make you laugh. This satire certainly makes you laugh, but after every laugh it leaves a clicking question: are we intellectuals or just tourists of trending topics? This is a mirror of society in which you will see yourself laughing, feel a bit uncomfortable, and then smile again. So be ready, this satire is not just to listen to but to reset your thinking system. Reflect, think, and if the signal is clear, update yourself a little too. Crime in the country is no longer news. News only happens when it is revealed what caste the criminal belonged to. Because nowadays, the seriousness of the crime doesn't matter as much as the social background does. The court decides the punishment, but society judges which society the criminal belongs to. As soon as a crime occurs, first the police arrive, then the journalists, and after that come the religion and caste analysts who start searching for social science in the criminal's identity rather than the crime itself. The first question is always, what is the name? Because from the name, everything is known: the crime's motive, the political course, and the next election issue. If the name is well known, the crime is called revenge. If the name is hidden, it's a conspiracy. And if the crime belongs to some third caste, then a new fan begins. Religion is in danger, caste is under attack, and the crime itself disappears in the middle. Debates erupt on TV channels with concerns not about the crime but about the genealogy of the crime. Even police officers now only flip through law books. It is often seen that criminals relax drinking tea comfortably at the police station because their clan matches that of the police station head. The officer thinks, it's a family matter, just have a look. And the criminal thinks, wow, this is a palace of service and respect. Then their debate is not on the criminal but on the constitutional definition of crime. One says it's not caste-based oppression but a historical reaction. Another says it's not personal but cultural violence. The third bluntly says if the caste is. Meanwhile, the victim keeps wondering whether what happened to them was a crime or an example of some movement. Today's truth is that crime files gather dust, but the discussion about the criminal's caste and religion is a trending topic. The court asks, where is the evidence? Meanwhile, the country's crime doctrine has changed, where not intent but identity is necessary for crime. And perhaps a new board should be placed at the police department's door saying, whatever the crime is, first get the caste written before. Nowadays, there is a new wave in society. Everyone is busy explaining something to someone, from TV channels to Twitter threads, from pawn shops to podcasts. Everywhere there is an ocean of understanding, but sadly no one is drowning in it. Writers standing on the ground have now started descending on topics flying in the air. A little stir happens, pens are raised, and declarations are made that we are showing society its mirror. Now, who is looking into the mirror? Ask this and people are careful because everyone is holding a mirror. Crime, politics, love, ethics, factories of explanation have opened on every topic. Every person stands on the street with a card of their knowledge. Brother, please take a little care, this is fresh analysis. Before the crime happened, the team of explainers had already arrived. And the fourth tweets, I already knew this. Now the question arises, whom are they trying to explain all this to? Because the one who commits crime doesn't watch TV, the one who listens doesn't accept, and the one who accepts cannot act. Meaning the explainers are explaining to themselves. So much understanding has been produced in the country that now it needs a warehouse, National Understanding Storage Corporation Limited. Writers have now grown into two classes, those who are busy explaining and those who are busy explaining the first group. Articles contain so much understanding, messages, and empathy that the reader thinks these are not articles but sociology tuition. And the funny thing is that everyone is so immersed in explaining that no one is ready to listen. Everyone's pocket is full of charged opinions. Society today has become a giant understanding conference where every person is a speaker, every other refuses to be an audience, and every third demands a microphone. Now the situation is that the explainers are busy explaining and the understanders are missing in search. Therefore, neither are we contractors of any ideology nor spokespersons of any religion or caste. Nowadays, if you speak straight, people start twisting it. Whenever a major violence occurs in the country, we go out to express condolences, but half of the many people were killed, many families wiped out, but society's attention is not on how many children became orphans, how many lives were shattered. Everyone has only one curiosity. What is the suspect's name? Because the entire narrative is hidden in the name from the name. Meaning, mixing water in milk is a crime, but mixing caste in crime is an essential element. Debates are going on TV, voices are shouting, "Please don't link this incident with religion," and the scroll below shows breaking news, suspect's name is. Now crime itself has become an identity-based subject. The law says every criminal is equal. The media says every criminal's religion is not the same, and the public says, "First tell us whose fault it is, then we will decide whether to be upset or not." Our intellectuals. Nobody talks about the families of the victims because no TRP comes from there. Those who died don't make headlines, but those who killed become the banner topic of debates. We are just simpletons thinking crime is crime, it has no religion. And whenever someone says, "Let's help the victim," people say, "Wait brother, first clarify which work he belonged to." Sometimes it feels that today the real news is not the crime but the social profiling of the crime, the rest is victims' tears and humanities. In the country, as soon as a crime happens, not the court but social media activism becomes active. Before the law books open, social media posts open. The crime happened, but the real question is what religion the criminal belonged to, what caste, and its repercussions. First comes the Religion's Defense Committee, which says, "Our religion is not like that." Then comes the Caste Prestige Council, which says, "Our caste is very gentle, this must be an exception." Now it is unclear why people separate religion and caste from the incident. After every incident, the same script runs. First, they say don't link crime with religion. Then the next minute they say, "Look, this is a conspiracy against this community," meaning the crime itself is subjected to self-cleaning machines of religion and caste even before being caught. Then comes the Constitution. Every third person talks about the Constitution, but the fifth person interprets its articles according to their own understanding. One says the Constitution says everyone is equal, another says, "Yes, but our people are a bit more equal," and when it reaches the court. But in the next channel debate, those same people start deciding, "Brother, it's clear he is innocent." No, he is 100% guilty, meaning before the court's verdict, the public verdict has already been delivered. Some people even twist their statements like. And in debates, it all happens as if it were cricket commentary. Now see, the accused's caste has come forward, now the match can turn. While debating the sanctity of law, people with the bat of emotions directly declare the entire judicial process out. Our society has split into two departments. One is crime cleansing department that washes every accused with the soap of religion, caste, and ideology and declares them pure. The other is the certification department that issues certificates of guilty or innocent to every person. We say now every criminal at the time of arrest should be read an emotional disclaimer along with their caste, religion, and ideology so that they can decide whether to be upset or to start a defense campaign. Now the situation is that after any incident, the country remains in mourning for 2 days. Lamps are lit, tweets are made, and cameras search for sound in silence. Then from the third day begins the publicity campaign of the criminals' names. Every channel tells, "Look, this is the real suspect, this is his background, and this is his childhood friend who is giving an exclusive statement." The families of the victims are now only part of the initial scene, whose their name, their pain, their future all shatter and scatter in media breaking news, and this intellectual class's empathy now runs in smartphone mode. Active after the incident and battery low the next day when I see them. Instead of talking about the pain of the accident, these people argue over the definition of the accident. Investigations are going on everywhere, but strangely the truth is nowhere to be found. The stories of those who lost their lives are just scattered bloodstains on the ground. Sometimes it feels our society should fear not crime but the popularity of crime. We don't remember violence, we just punish it in reels and reports and forget. True humanity will come when we debate neither over someone's death but remain silent and help both.